Manuka honey dissolves biofilms and boosts immune system.
In this video, I'm going to be talking about Manuka honey and its positive effects and health benefits on the biofilms that cancer cells and pathogens use as a shield, as well as Manuka's effects on the immune system. So Manuka honey is actually having a double whammy effect and positive benefit. Now, the active or reactive compound in the nectar of Manuka flowers is called a methylglyoxal, and it's largely responsible for Manuka honey's antibacterial properties. And the higher the MGO levels, the stronger the antibacterial effects of Manuka honey. Typical ratings are 100 to 1000 milligrams. So the great thing about MGO is that it damages bacterial proteins and inhibits bacterial growth and prevents biofilm formation. That's important because uh, pathogens and cancer cells can avoid like a macrophage engulfing cleanup attack or the phagocytosis, and the biofilms will prevent the macrophage from finishing its job, which is to get rid of the pathogen or the cancer cell. Also, ongoing biofilms can actually lead to DNA damage, and DNA damage is associated with cancer growth. Another great thing about Manuka honey is that it promotes tissue repair. That's especially critical in a cancer setting where there are a lot of T cells attacking cancer cells, but with the more T cells, the higher the risk of tissue damage, because excess T cells can attack healthy tissues as well, or in other words, autoimmunity. But Manuka honey seems to create a balance of boosting the immune system, making it easier for immune cells to attack cancer cells by reducing biofilms, but at the same time also promoting tissue repair in case the T cells they do attack the healthy body tissue. So Manuka honey um, has a double benefit of the tissue repair to keep the healthy tissue, but at the same time boosting the immune system. This is why it's important to pair Manuka honey with like magnesium, potassium, also vitamin B1 to keep the blood sugars lower or to reduce the excess blood sugars, as well as keeping the tight junction proteins, occludin claudin, so that the vitamin transporters for vitamin B1, vitamin C, other B vitamins are able to reduce the excess blood sugars, because Manuka honey can promote advanced glycation end products, especially if in higher concentrations of Manuka honey. So, especially important to protect the amidori adducts from a glycation attack, because that can happen with excessive glycation end products. Also, rigid ECM is another risk or issue with ages, and then not allowing immune cells to attack cancer cells. So, Manuka honey has to be balanced and not too much, because too much Manuka honey will end up negating or nulling the effect or the intended effect of having the Manuka in the first place, which was for immune system advantage, because that's what Manuka honey does. But that will be disabled or reduced, or the opposite effect will end up being the result of having too much Manuka, because then the the ages could end up making the ECM, or short for extracellular matrix, way too stiff, and then the immune cells can't attack the cancer cells. So another direct hit against cancer is that Manuka honey promotes granulation tissue formation, but it can also modulate macrophage activity. So the macrophages, they go around engulfing cancer cells. Macrophages, they can also get rid of dying tumor cells, because if the tumor cells continue, even while they're dying, they can release ATP. What that ends up doing is that it creates more adenosine, because ATP is part of the conversion process that creates adenosine, and then too much adenosine will suppress other immune cells and T cells. So Manuka honey, it does help promote T cell numbers by reducing the adenosine that would have reduced T cell numbers. And also another major benefit of Manuka is it influences mitochondrial function by reducing reactive oxygen species that would have reduced mitochondria. Mitochondria is critical to provide ATP for the immune system. A lot of immune functions require ATP. Another critical benefit of Manuka honey is that it can reduce gut inflammation. That means that Manuka honey can support vitamin and mineral absorption in the gut through the vitamin transporters, because each vitamin and mineral has its own transporters. Gut inflammation can degrade those transporters, especially because gut inflammation can also degrade the tight gut junction proteins occludin and claudin and zonula, like ZO1. And those junctions, they have to be tight in the stomach to protect the vitamin transporters, to improve and increase vitamin absorption and bioavailability. But gut inflammation, if it's not reduced or mitigated, will reduce vitamin absorption, because gut inflammation degrades the tight junction proteins occludin and claudin and zonula. So quick recap, MgO is short for methylglyoxal, and it is the main reactive compound in the nectar of Manuka flowers, largely responsible for Manuka honey's antibacterial properties. Higher MgO levels means stronger antibacterial effects, 100 to 1000 milligrams. MgO can prevent biofilm formation, leaving pathogens, cancer cells, etc., vulnerable to immune cell attack, because biofilms protects cancer cells and pathogens from macrophage phagocytosis engulfing and T cell attack. Manuka honey has a double benefit: tissue repair in case T cells are attacking healthy body tissue. So Manuka can help repair the body tissue while at the same time preserving and increasing T cell numbers to attack cancer cells after the biofilm was degraded by methylglyoxal. Manuka honey improves mitochondrial function, providing ATP for the immune system. Careful not to have too much Manuka, because that could end up having the opposite intended effect of the immune benefit, which is reduced immune benefit if advanced glycation end products make the ECM too rigid, because then immune cells cannot attack cancer cells. And Manuka honey, by reducing gut inflammation, that preserves tight gut junction proteins occludin, claudin, and zonula, which allows vitamin transporters to work to increase and improve vitamin availability and absorption. So that's it for the video. If you want more future videos, then like, comment, share, subscribe. Keep it locked in here on my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.